guess who is out of the house? Yes, it's me. Michael let me borrow his car. We are here at one of my favorite places in Newcastle. This is, I think that's Lake Macquarie. I'm not a local, I'm not sure. But it's a beautiful foreshore. As you can see, people come walk their dogs, walk along the side of the lake. It goes all the way up and around. It goes everywhere. And we're going to go for a quick little walk today. Well, probably not quick. I'm still not used to this camera. There we go. Probably not quick because you guys have asked me a lot of questions. We are going to answer your questions for me today that you guys put in the Discord. Now, if you're not part of the Discord, join it. It's in the description bar. I'm taking all of my questions that I'm going to answer today from you from the Discord group. So let's get stuck into it, shall we? Wow, it's really nice today, actually. It's a really nice breeze. It's like, it looks hot, but like breeze is really cold. Anyway, let's have a look at the first question, shall we? Like I said, join the I missed myself. Join the Discord if you haven't yet. I'm going to leave some of the ones that involve Michael to probably later when I go home. He can kind of help me answer some of them that are to do with him. But since all we've done for the past couple of days is stay at home and set up our house and all that jazz, I thought that we could probably start this one outside. All right, now let's go to the Discord. Let's go to the help me part where I've got heaps of cool questions from so many of you, which is awesome. All right, so we've got, I don't know if you guys want me to say your names or not, even though they're in the Discord, so I might just leave that part, but let's go. Wow, it's pretty windy actually. I don't know if you can hear that. It's probably not great. All right, we've got, how has traveling changed your perspective on life? I know that since I've been traveling, I've become a lot more grateful for what I have, and I found it a lot easier to connect with people regardless of their background. And she said that also can be asked for Michael. I totally agree. Travel has changed my life just in the way that, like, I do appreciate things a lot more. I do appreciate talking to people a lot more, and I feel like I've taken a lot more of an interest as to where other people come from and in other people's lives and all that. And you know, when I'm overseas and people ask me where I'm from, and I'm like, oh, Australia. I love that. I love telling people where I'm from and all that jazz. And now I kind of realize that people also probably like talking about them and where they're from, and now that I've been to some of those places, I can kind of like appreciate them and appreciate that a little bit more. It's also taught me that I love Australia. Like, this is weird, but like, I feel like I've taken my own country for granted. Coming back to it, it's kind of made me realize like how beautiful it really is, and that I would love to travel more of my own country one day, but I would like to see others sort of first, if that makes sense. All right, let's keep going. We've got a lot of them. You guys are the best. Oh, what happened there? What inspired you to start traveling full time, and how did you cope with it at the beginning? I know you guys are absolute experts now, but I just want to know more about how you started full-time travel. By absolutely no means are we absolute experts, right? Absolutely not. I still find that I'm learning every time I repack a bag, or every time we, you know, reset for the year, or whatever the case may be. I'm definitely not an absolute expert, that's for sure. We start at the beginning of that question again. I've totally forgotten. I just want to say, we're going for a walk today. I've got my Apple Watch on, we're counting steps. A whole bunch of you guys, your goals for the next year were to get fitter and healthier. And since I'm finding it hard to get to the gym, well, I could have gone to the gym now. I don't have a car here. It's Michael's car. I have to ask to borrow it to go to the gym. Still figure that out, but I figured that we could go for a walk and get some steps together in the meantime. Maybe you guys can go for a walk right now and listen to this and watch this while you're walking. We can go for a walk together. What inspired me to start traveling full time, and how did I cope with it at the beginning? So I think at the very beginning, what inspired me was I kind of really hated my job, like a lot. I was working for two bosses at two different places for about 4 years in a row, and I did not like the way I was treated. I didn't like how I was always expected to do extra that I was being paid for. And anyway, it's a whole big thing, and I'm happy to get into that in the future, but I'll just focus on the questions at hand. I hope that wind's not too bad. It's actually really windy right now. I just sit for a second, hope that gets better. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Let's sit for a second. But what inspired me was that I absolutely hated my jobs. And I might just actually double check that Michael's car's locked. I absolutely hated my jobs, and I wanted to get back or to a job that I liked, and at the time it was social media, and I was trying to make my Instagram work because that's how I had my fitness sponsorships and deals before that. But yeah, Michael kind of just said, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to do social media, I want to do YouTube. And he said, cool, let's do it. I'm worried about this wind. I apologize in advance, but as you know, I've been inside for the whole week, so I kind of want to go outside, so sorry about that. Yeah, so he said, let's do it, let's make YouTube work. And then this was during COVID, when the whole of Australia was locked down and you weren't allowed to, you know, go outside or do anything or go anywhere, and we were both locked inside. I'd traveled before and I hadn't taken a day off work in like 10 years because I had a job before those ones as well. And Michael traveled and he wanted to travel, so we're both like, do you want to just travel? And I was like, yeah. So what turned into a YouTube channel turned into a fitness, what was meant to be a fitness YouTube channel turned into like a travel YouTube channel. So that's how that all started, and coping with it at the start was fun. It was so much fun, and everything like that. It was a lot easier because I had not much of a care in the world. We actually spent the first like 6 months in Thailand, so I absolutely loved life. I find it hard to cope with more these days because I feel a bit lost. I'm like, do I live here? Am I from here, but am I traveling? I don't know. It's confusing right now. Someone said, do you guys, I'm so sorry about the wind. It's actually really annoying, to be honest with you. Nothing I can really do about it. Beth says, and Beth's just joined as a member of my main channel and everything, so we're going to say hi, Beth. Thank you so much for joining as a member. Do you guys plan on visiting Western Europe? If you haven't, it's so much fun. Totally want to. It's one of the things on my list for me to visit, and 100%. I hopefully maybe go there next year, as in 2024. Hopefully. There's so many places I want to go there, so that will suit me really, really well. Someone asks, do either of you get homesick? Sometimes, yeah, I do. I sometimes also get like wanting or craving a routine, if that makes sense. Sometimes I like the fact that I can go to my or familiarity, things that are familiar. Sometimes I like think, if only I could go to Woolworths. I know what to, like the grocery store, I know what to buy, I know what I can cook, I know where the healthy things are, I know what to buy to lose my weight and things, and I feel like that's super hard when you travel. Whoa, so loud. All right, I'll show you this for a second. Look at that. It's so beautiful, this part of Newcastle, honestly. Awesome. All right, so someone else asked me in the Discord, by the way, this is in the thread, help Josie. If I ever need help with a video or like ideas or like questions or anything, I'll always ask you in that thread. So, all right, this person says, I've been watching your channel since your first Thailand videos. When are you going back? That is so long. That's basically my entire channel. That's 2 years. I started in Thailand, so thank you so much for watching that for that long. That's awesome. And it's funny that you ask when we're going back, because we were there for maybe 5 months of this year. We were there for like a long time. I'm taking up the entire thing, my bad. We were there for a long time. But because I didn't have this channel, you just only really saw what was going up on the main channel. If you follow my Instagram, I was showing you that I was there on Instagram, but not everyone follows there, so that's fine. But yeah, we'll always go back. We went back 3 times last year, I think, and always go back to Thailand. And you'll get to see it now that it's on this channel as well. What else have we got? Would I consider doing an occasional live stream? Yeah, of course. Now that I have this channel, it's a lot more chill. I feel like when I had the other one, there's just so many people to sort of keep up with in the comments of live streams. So I can definitely do some more on this channel as well. Christy says, any chance you might do a tour around the US? Like, make sure you went through a bunch of different states in each area of the map. I'd love to see you guys touring a bunch of the crazy funny things in the States. Yeah, totally. Honestly, I've actually been to America. I went to America when I was like 17, I think, or just turned 18, I can't remember the year, or I was 17, 18, and I really liked it. I found it really different because obviously I hadn't really been many places at that point. I found it very expensive and Michael hasn't been, and Michael is dying to go. He wants to go to all these little towns, and I'm excited. I definitely want to go, don't get me wrong. I'm just very nervous about the cost. So that's been a factor in why we haven't actually gone yet, is the price of America. But definitely one day, for sure, I'd love to go. Honestly, if I could do it over again, I might not have gone to Japan and saved that money and gone to America. But I do like Japan, so I don't know, that's a hard one. What else have we got? H says, how long do you plan on traveling full-time for, and what countries are you planning to visit in 2024? So, how long I'm planning to for? Absolutely no clue. I have no idea whatsoever. As long as I can, I guess. If my channel was to stop, I guess, getting views, I wouldn't be able to afford to anymore, so I'd have to probably come home and do something else, or I don't know. That is a factor, but also, I don't know, I'm starting to, now that I'm getting, I mean, I'm not old, but I'm getting a little bit older, feeling the pressure of not having that many more years left to, you know, have a family, being a female. But honestly, I'm not ready for that anytime soon, so it's a little bit hard. But definitely, you gonna come sit out here with me, actually? This is pretty cool. I know everyone's around here. I'll move down a little bit further. It's so pretty. I love this area. Look at the trees and stuff. Love it. Yeah, I'm not ready to do that yet, so it's a little bit hard for me, but honestly, as long as I can, I would love to keep going and see where my channel takes me, where life takes me, and all that jazz. And any countries for next year, we are in talks with a country right now that will pay me and compensate me and host me to go there, but the contract's not signed yet, so I don't want to say anything. So I definitely think I know I'm going there, but other than that, honestly, we have nothing planned yet. We have like a rough idea, but we don't know when we're going there or what we're doing, and nothing. I don't know, we have to kind of sort it out while we're home. That was one of the things that we have to do while we're home, is sort of plan next year, and we haven't really spoken about it yet. Michael wants to go back to Indonesia. Honestly, I'd love to go back there. I had a great time, so maybe we'll go back there. All right, who else have we got? Oh, the whole thing closed. Great. Maybe we can sit here for a second. It's so windy. So sorry about that. All right. Leah says, would you ever like to travel to the Middle East countries? 100%. I would definitely love to do that. Honestly, some of my like bucket list destinations are over there. Let's sit for a second, because look how beautiful this is. Wow, I love it here, guys. I don't find like any of this in Sydney. Could be wrong, but I love Newcastle for this stuff. Look at this guy just getting on their boat. Isn't that sick? I love that. Yeah, 100%. I definitely would. Maybe next year, I guess. I would love to go. What else have we got? You and Michael always travel with lots of baggage. Will this be something you'll conscientiously change for future traveling? By the way, I love your shorter hair in your avatar. Yeah, I'm gonna cut my hair short in about 2 weeks. It's so long, and I always tie it up because it's annoying, but traveling to these hot countries and everything, and I traveled with something that I couldn't do my hair properly with and all that, and it's just so annoying to have to try and keep my long hair. So I'm cutting my hair off in the next couple of weeks, so you'll see my hair short again. But lots of baggage. We don't actually have that much. We have, I have about 22 kilos and Michael has about 20. So if I shift some of my stuff to Michael's, we have about 20 kilos each, and then a backpack, which is all my camera gear. So I don't have that much luggage. I just bought a Snorlax in Japan. So the Snorlax added an extra bag to the things that I'm carrying around, and it made it look like I was carrying a lot more than I was. But I want to get under 20 kilos. I'm roughly 22. So next year I'll try my best to get under 20. But yeah, conscientiously try and get under 20 kilos from my bags. Marianne, okay, we've got a long question here. When you travel, do you travel with a set plan and destination? Like, do we have accommodation and flights booked for the near future, or do we travel and plan as we go? I think I just answered that basically back there, but we travel and plan as we go. There's no planning. Most of the time, well actually, sometimes even, Michael will be booking the hotel while we're on the way to that destination, which freaks me out a little bit, but I never actually do any of the work or booking, so I can't really say anything. Can't really be like, one time he hadn't booked it. I was like, what do you mean you haven't booked it yet? He's like, well, you don't book it. I was like, yeah, true. When you travel around different countries, what are the when you travel around different countries, what are some of the biggest differences in how people live there compared to Australia that you've noticed? So Michael and I did answer like a question similar to this when we were in India, in Goa, and honestly I prefer to we both kind of prefer to focus on like the similarities rather than differences in life and people, and a lot of them are the same. We all have, you know, similarities in family and people, us as human beings. For example, when we met Harry in India, and he took us to see his family, if you remember that video from my India series. And it was just the same. Like, his grandma was the life of the party. She was like happy and you know, smiling and waving and chatting to everyone. And we just had Christmas at Michael's house, and his grandma was the same. She was the life of the party. She's at the head of the table. Everyone loves grandma, and so there's just a whole bunch of similarities. And we prefer to sort of focus on them rather than differences. But differences, just a lot. There's a lot, obviously. Everywhere's different, but a lot of places are also similar. What are the top 5 essential items to travel with? Okay, I'm gonna save that question, and I'm gonna ask Michael when I get back for his top 5, and I'll say my top 5 as well, because I want to see his answers. And would I ever do a meet and greet? Yeah, why not? I don't see why not. I just don't know how they work. Like, I've never, I feel like I'm just like another person, you know? I don't feel like I don't feel like I don't know, deserve or warrant like a meet and greet. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But definitely, I'm not 100%. And then she is telling me about her goals, which is awesome, and everything like that. So yeah, I asked you guys in my last video, if you haven't seen it, sort of what everyone's goals are for next year, and I went through my goals, and it was really cool to hear you guys and hear your goals as humans and other people and everything like that. So yeah, what else have we got? Someone asked Michael what his business is. I might ask him that so he can tell you. Someone says, hi, I imagine traveling full-time gets costly. Super curious to how you guys plan your traveling financially, and how or if you budget while you're on the road. Absolutely loving the videos and the vlogs. Well, thank you so much for loving the videos. I love making them. I'm having, honestly, the best time. And now I have my own personal camera. This is my new camera, so I can use it whenever I want. Oh, I use Michael's whenever I want to, but you know what I mean. Oh, I'm gonna have to sit again for a second. I drank an energy drink before I came out here, and it was probably a bad idea, because now I'm like with no break. Honestly, I don't know, besides the last 2-3 months, so like for the, I don't know, 15 months before that of travel, I never actually earned enough to have to budget. Does that make sense? Whatever I earned, I just used to pay everything, to pay the hotels, the flights, the activities, the food, everything like that. And sometimes I didn't earn enough, so I'd have to then use my savings. So for me, I am not the person to talk to about money advice. I'm really bad with it, if I'm being honest, as in I don't budget. Whatever I kind of need to spend, I just need to spend, right? Like, I just need to pay for that, so I just pay for it. Coffee's one of those things I can't compromise on. If I want a coffee, it's something that makes me happy, and it's something that assists me in day-to-day life, so I'm gonna pay for that. But yeah, I don't really budget. I'll just kind of always look for the cheapest option, if that makes sense. If Michael was saying, hey, because he plans the trips, if he says, hey, I've got this, this and this, this costs this, this costs this, this costs this, I'll basically always just say literally the cheapest option possible, which annoys him because sometimes he prefers comfort over cheapness, or cost, and I prefer cost over comfort sometimes, most of the time, because I usually can't afford the other options. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, we don't really budget. I just kind of pay for what I need to pay for, and then if I run out of money, I just have to use savings, and then hopefully I make more money the next month. Someone asked you if I have any more plans to travel the rest of Australia, and 100%. You know what? I actually probably have to start going back. I just realized how far I walked. Hold on a diddly darn second. There we go. Any plans to travel more of Australia? Well, there's no plans to, simply because we're going back out to travel again. We're going out to other countries, especially this year, but I want to. So at some point in time, the plan will definitely be to travel more Australia. Honestly, I would love to travel more of Australia. Like I said a little bit earlier on, like traveling has kind of made me appreciate Australia a lot more. I really feel like I could see more of my own country and how pretty and beautiful Australia really is. Especially when I've been gone for so long. I come back and I'm like, wow, Australia's awesome. What have we got? Got another one here. I've got from Davey. Someone else asked for a meetup. Yeah, totally. Like I said, I don't see why not. They have also just, why can't I talk today? I'm a little bit all over the place. They've also just asked us to take us out for a coffee if we're in the area. Would absolutely love to. And that's a cool thing about the Discord, right? If I'm in an area and we have time or whatever, I can just say, hey, is anyone from here? Or does anyone know anyone from here? And we can just meet up. So that's what's going to be really cool about the Discord in the future, is having so many of you from different places around the world in one place and in like basically a big chat, so we can all sort of get to know each other, which is awesome. Got a little what's flying around my head. Another second while I just take a little break from speaking, although I'm still currently speaking, to show you this place again. This is one of my favorite places. When if I kept walking that way, all the way down there, there's a bridge part, and it's absolutely beautiful. I just am all the way back down here. I'm doing my steps. I should have put more sunscreen on. I did put some on, but not enough. Let me have a look. We're only on like 4,000 or 5,000 steps, which isn't enough. So next question would be, how do you guys usually plan out an itinerary before travel? I'm curious on how Michael research goes when he's planning on a place. He seems quite thorough. Can he share some tips? All right, I'm going to leave that one for Michael also, because obviously don't know what he does when he researches, because I mean, I don't do it and I don't have to do it. I mean, I probably should in the future, but I just kind of like tell him, hey, I want to go to this place or this country. And he just goes like, okay, say less, and like just kind of organizes it. It's really cool. He likes doing that stuff and I hate it. So I guess it works out for both of us, right? I think that's almost everything. I might head back to the car and I might grab a coffee from somewhere. All right, we are back at the car. I walked for roughly 30 minutes. So honestly, in the heat right now, 30 is enough for me. All right, I'm not going to vlog and drive, or even like, as in, I would never hold it and drive. I mean, even put it down, because I don't want to distract myself. I haven't driven for like 2 years, and it's Michael's car, and yeah, I'm just getting back into the swing of things with driving. So I'm gonna grab a coffee and Michael some snack, and then we're gonna head back to the house, and I'll grab Michael's help. It was good to get out today. Honestly, it's been so hard. I know a lot of you were saying you have to get out a bit more and all that. I understand, but we've been unpacking from a year of travel. I'm in a house that's not mine. I'm in Michael's parents' house, so I can't really like do much there. And then I also like don't have a car. I have to ask Michael for his car. I couldn't even drive before I got my license, like yesterday or the day before. So it's been a lot in one go. I haven't honestly had a break really yet. So I am looking forward to one. I love doing this with you guys, don't get me wrong, but I am looking forward to a small break, hopefully in the new year. And hopefully next year will be the best one yet. Anyway, I'm gonna go drive and not talk to you while I drive, and I'll see you in a sec. But hold on. One more appreciation for Australia and Newcastle. And the beaches are even better. I showed you in yesterday's vlog, but it was a bad day, so it didn't look as good. But anyway, let's go. Michael wants a sausage roll from 7-Eleven. Let's see what they have. Oh, guys. Milo. You know I love Milo. Where are we? Traditional sausage roll. Hi there. Just that one, please. Yeah.
Where did you get this stick?
Pardon?
This is a camera stick or?
Yeah. Where did I get it? I got it from JB Hi-Fi.
How much?
About $750. It's the new version. It's the new camera. It's
With the camera.
yeah, it's a camera. Comes with it.
Can we go just without the camera or?
Yeah, you can just buy the camera or just the stick. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day. Love Australia, man. Everyone's so friendly. I mean, people are friendly everywhere. All right, let's go back to the car. I've got to get coffee. That's so nice. She's so lovely. I love it here. All right, let's go back to getting me a coffee and heading back home to see Michael. Let's get in here. Oh, if you guys don't know, this is a Australian traditional sausage roll. Now, I'm going to start a debate here. I don't like sausage rolls. I like meat pies, but the only meat pie I like is cheese and bacon and like steak, beef. So beef or steak, I don't know. Is that the same thing? I'm not sure. I only like the cheese and bacon ones. So tell me in the comments below, do you like, actually, you might not even know what I'm talking about because you might not be Australian. Maybe I should show you a meat pie. See if I can find one later or maybe tomorrow. This is traditional Aussie food. A meat sausage roll pie. And then you put like sauce on it. And I'm a barbecue girl, but Michael's a tomato sauce man. So tell me what you prefer. I think I already said this in another video, but if you are Australian, do you like sausage rolls or meat pies? And the only right answer here is meat pie.
Hi, what can I get for you?
Hi, can I please have a large sized iced long black, please?
Anything else?
No, that's all, just no sugar.
Yep, you're right. Jot down.
Thank you. I'm in Michael's car, obviously. I need my phone for payment, I believe. Oh, it's going to turn that way. How's that? I don't know. Let's try that. I miss driving. I sold my car in order to afford to travel. 2 years ago when I left, I sold almost everything I owned down to an old perfume that was half used. I have nothing left really besides the essentials. Thank you so much. Have a good day. All right, now I'm going to start to drive. So, all right, we are home. Hi, cutie. Why are you limping? No sausage for you. I'm just patting you. No sausage for you. Silly Billy. I was just trying to pat. Oh, I dropped something here. Oh, there you are.
I feel worse, eh?
Michael feels sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you come sit down somewhere? I've got to ask you some questions. You want to go in there?
Yeah, I'll put this down.
Right. Oh, you can eat your sausage roll.
No, I'll have it after.
Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. I just... sorry about that.
Dump it on my feet.
All right. I'm going to sit in my room.
Josie's office.
My office. Step into my office.
Learning how to use your...
Learning how to use my camera, my new camera. I didn't know how to like do anything with it.
What questions do you have?
Oh, you're going to sit over there?
Hang on, I'll just...
So someone asked, I got through basically all of them, except someone, Justin, I almost missed your question because you put it in the suggestion box. And I almost missed it because I was looking through help.
Yeah.
He just asked about entering Malaysia a lot with his visa for 90 days or whatever.
So, I can't answer that one because
Yeah, no, it's a hard one.
we've never gone to Malaysia and used it as a base. Whenever we've gone, we've taken advantage of the 90 days by kind of staying in Malaysia for as long as we want to.
Mm-hmm.
With the longest we've stayed is about 7 weeks. So we don't really come and go often. We probably end up in Malaysia 2 or 3 times a year though, and no one's ever said anything. Maybe even 4 times a year, 1 year. So no one's ever said anything about that. However, I think if you're leaving for like a week or so to explore other countries and then coming back, it shouldn't be a massive issue. But it's a tough one, isn't it?
Marianne asked us what are our top 5 essential items to travel with, and I kept that for the 2 of us so you can have 5 and I can have 5.
For me...
Stop doing your leg!
I can't help it. For me...
Stop it!
For me, it's my... tough one. Essential items, a pair of noise-cancelling headphones.
Same.
We might do 3 each, it'll be for too long, I think.
Alright.
We'll do 3 each. Pair of noise-cancelling headphones, number 1 for me. Number 2 is my keyboard, mouse, and neck stand. I'm going to throw them all in as one thing, which basically turns my laptop into like a desktop computer. A neck stand stands it up, like you might have seen Josie's rig.
Yeah, they would have just seen
And then
that.
I have a keyboard and mouse like a regular computer, so that helps us quite a lot. Other than that, essential item.
So mine would probably be my camera.
I got a third one. I got a third one.
Okay.
I can't think of what a third one will be.
My glasses or my contacts. I've got like 3 boxes of contacts here, look.
Yeah, but for everyone, not just for you.
You asked my top 5 essentials. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to discount people who have glasses because contacts are a lifesaver. If you're swimming, or not, you can't really swim with contacts, it's not really allowed, but if you have to put like goggles on when you swim, or if you're going like on a zip line, I wouldn't want my glasses to fall off.
Totally.
And other people out there wear glasses.
No, totally, yeah.
I don't know, what's mine? I can't think.
Our power adapter.
Oh.
Our power board.
I don't have it with me, but 100%. But we need a smaller one. We don't have a travel-friendly one. I found some ones for when we go this time. It's a ball size, and it's on each side of the wall, and we'll need to get that because it's so much smaller.
By that, we mean a power strip. So plug it into the wall, and it has 4 or 5 on it. We have one that has the 4 on it, as well as 2 USB-A's and 1 USB-C. And the plugs to plug into it are universal.
Someone asks, Sadie asks, what kind of business do you run that gives you the freedom to travel?
I just have I won't go into too much detail because it is boring. I just have a consultancy business in HR and careers. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, wow, that's the shortest thing you've ever answered
Well,
before.
because there's no other way to do it than going into detail, and no one knows what a consultant does anyway. So
this is the last one for you because I've kind of answered all the rest.
I should say my business. Actually, I will say one little extra thing.
Okay.
A few people have asked about it in the comments lately as well, and saying that, and some people even in the Discord were saying they'd like to be able to do that themselves and travel. So to do it, to get to the point where I was ready to travel, it took me 4 years of 20-hour days to get to a point where I had a team and a process and a customer base and reputation that I can travel. So someone in the Discord mentioned that they goal for next year. I won't name names, but I mean their names in the Discord.
That's what I said. I was like, I don't know if you want me to name when I'm reading the question, but your names are there.
So
I guess.
It's a DM, but they said that they tried to travel recently and they booked some trips and they had a nervous breakdown. They couldn't travel. Same thing happened to me the first time I tried to go on digital nomad because I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I hadn't built my process. I arrived in Kuala Lumpur of all places to start. I had a whole 3-month trip planned and half of it paid for. And then about 5 days into my KL trip, I'd worked 20 hours a day in KL and hadn't left the apartment and had a breakdown over it and then booked a flight and came home there.
So this one's definitely a question for you and I couldn't answer it because it's about planning.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, how do you guys usually plan out itinerary before travel? I'm really curious on how Michael research goes when he's planning on a place. He seems quite thorough. Can you share some tips?
It's kind of a mix. Sometimes I think I look more capable than I am, because a lot of the countries we've been to in the last 2 years, I've been to before. It's kind of as simple as, this is weird to say, I know a lot of history and a lot of geography.
So much.
So I already kind of know about, like when we go to some countries, I kind of already have an idea about the culture. That's what's interesting to me, is culture. So I already kind of know what the country's culture's like, so I can then think of what I would like to do in that country and then research if that exists or not, basically. I'll sometimes use Skyscanner, but not actually use it. I will look and see we're a country that we're going to be in, and then where the cheap flights are from there by using the Anywhere feature. And then you can kind of sort it. So you type in where you are, and then you type Anywhere as the destination, and Skyscanner will sort the destinations by how cheap the flights are.
That's what you did to get us to China, right?
Yeah, yes. And then I go book with the airline because it's always cheaper and it's always safer. Even if it's $50 more, you have something happens if you need a refund.
Cool.
That's how I find places. So Google Maps, Google Research, and then when I actually land in the country, having a bit of a swipe through TikTok, because you'll get local stuff.
Hi everyone, says Cappy. I just had a shower. I am fresh out of the shower, and I just saw that we got a comment, Cappy, on this channel. Yes, we did. We got a comment that, okay, your legs to scratch. Oh, yes. That you want to see like an Australian grocery store. So a couple of things. Tomorrow is the last day of Vlogmas. Wow, guys, I can't believe you've watched 31 videos of me this month. But I want to say thank you so much for watching. And tomorrow we're going to actually show you an Australian grocery store. Yes, we are. And we're going to show you an Australian barbecue as well. It's going to be a fun one. And then, of course, we're going to ring out 2023 together tomorrow. And that'll be the end of Vlogmas. Pretty sad, huh? Pretty crazy. But yeah, grocery store tomorrow. Hope you like this one. I love answering your questions, and we'll see you tomorrow, won't we, Kat? He just wants to scratch. Okay. See you tomorrow. See you in the next one.